Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Completely Pointless and Ponderous Facts Regarding Squad Leader and Advanced Squad Leader. My name is, of course, Jason, coming at you live and direct with the first edition copy of Squad Leader. This thing was released at Origins back in 1977. Production of this thing was sped up in order to meet that date. As a result, a number of errors were included in the game that were later fixed in post iterations. About 2,500 of these things were produced, and in all, there would be 4 complete editions of Squad Leader released. That said, I'd like to express some gratitude to TacticalWargamer.com, who has already done somewhat of a similar video. But as this is my very own Purple Box edition, I thought I needed my very own Purple Box companion video. So let's get right down to it. What are you looking at when you're looking at a first edition Squad Leader game? Well, the first thing you're going to see is the purple background. Later editions, of course, have the orange and yellow background. Back of it, black and blank. Later editions, illustrated with commentary regarding the game proper. And I found this on eBay. I don't know that I got a great deal on it, but I got a fair deal, especially when you consider a little dishing and a little warping. But nevertheless, still excited about this thing. And if you head into the rule book, another thing you'll notice is the rule book cover does not have the edition listed on the front. Later editions will have that. And if you hop into the edition, the rule book proper, you've got on page 6 slightly offset, which affects the line of sight example. And then page 9, you have the covered arc machine gun factor and the 360 machine gun factor. Those should be switched so that they represent the right stat. Page 22 and 23, blank, nothing, intended for comments and questions. As you can see, that is not the case. The random selection chart, which has been known to be a thing to affect people of a certain disposition, resulting in migraines, headaches, nervous breakdowns. This thing is printed half on one page, half on the other page. How do we fix that? We release this all on one page. And we confess our mistake, which is what they do down here. Due to our haste to publish this game for Origins 3 release, our designer inadvertently screwed up this page. Please accept this page with our regrets. Was it really the designer's screw up? I wonder about that. I guess it matters a whole hell of a lot. And then page 30, somewhat, let's see, comical but unfortunate. John Hill, rest his soul, has his name spelled 3 different ways: Hillen, Hill, and Hillpen. In later editions, they would narrow this down to 2 incorrect spellings. What else? Page 34, I think. Yeah, big blank area of real estate. Again, intended for comments and questions, but that didn't happen. Also, the advanced sequence of play has the removal desperation morale counters listed in 1.1 instead of 1.9. And that leaves a couple other obvious things. The map boards themselves, the backs of them are black. Later editions, this would be a brownish color. Also, the hex grid size on these things was quite slightly smaller than later editions. That was addressed by including in the release of Cross of Iron the color paper replacement maps with the corrected hex size. Also, if you look at F3, I'm not sure why this was changed or done this way, but it's a smooth wall here. Later editions will have a notch taken out of that. I'll come up with a conspiracy theory as to why that happened later, but another difference between the first edition and later editions. Also, a couple of line of sight issues based on the illustration, the depiction of buildings. that occur in the first edition and are corrected in later editions. Also, if you look at scenario 11, you see the 8 neg 1 and 8 neg 0. Those are supposed to be Americans, but they are in fact German illustrations, so that's another issue. And I think that's about it for this. Very excited, very cool. Always wanted my own purple box. You know, these things don't pop up every day, but when they do, you gotta take a couple of things into consideration. Obviously, the condition, also the price, and like I said, this thing I probably paid more than it's worth. Again, considering slight dishing and warpage, but it was a fair price for what it is. And again, as these things become more and more collectible, more and more rare, you're going to pay a bit of a higher price. I think people are tending to hold on to these more nowadays. And again, you don't see them listed that often. So when you do, take note and see how much it's worth to you. Worth a lot to me. Again, always wanted one, finally have one. And that's it for the first episode of Completely Pointless and Ponderous Facts regarding Squad Leader and Advanced Squad Leader. What will I have for you next time? Who knows? I don't even know myself. But we'll have something. So that's it for this time. I'll see you next time.